Come back, come back. Technical difficulties, man. You know, it happens, bro. It happens, right? It happens. Slide back on me. Let's see what we got here. 1 second here. I need to share this back up again. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, fam. Okay, let me share this one more time. We back, man. We back. We are back. We are back. Technical difficulties. That was interesting. It definitely was. But we're back. It is what it is. I want to make sure everything right. Turn it, reset routers and all types of shit like that. Okay. All right. So we're back. I don't know where I left off with, but I'll go back to a rundown, right? Because I just had some technical difficulties. Now I did Baltimore and the bats. I love the bats. Especially these righties here. My favorite ones was going to be Adley, Mountcastle, and Gunner. Alley, Mountcastle, and Gunler. I had already took these guys on the money line. So it is what it is, right? Baltimore Orioles on the money line. Decent number there, still at minus 130, right? Fishy number, but fuck it, whoever it is, right? The Pittsburgh Pirates game here didn't have much for it. If I just had to take a bet, was going to be Wilson Contreras. That was what I was looking at there. This Miami game, I was extremely undecided in this spot. So I was like, I just really didn't want to give out bad info. This Washington Nationals team, the Chicago White Sox haven't been hitting lefties. It's not a play that I'm giving out, but I'm taking the outs for Crochet and I'm taking the strikeouts for Crochet. Not a place that I'm going to be giving it out. And here we are at the Cincinnati Reds game, right? So I didn't go over this Cincinnati Reds game, but I'm going over it right now. And at the end of the day, I don't bet a lot of games, but I'm trying to get into that. You know what I'm saying? So take what you like and leave what you don't. But I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to the Arizona right here, man. Versus lefties, they have a low strikeout on the season K rate at 17.8 and a whopping 141 WRC plus versus lefties. So I'm looking at these boys here. I don't care how you look at it. Last 30 days, their K rate is down. And the K rate is a little bit more up at 21%, but a 153 WRC plus and 256 plate appearances. So not that many plate appearances though. Last 2 weeks, Arizona striking out a little bit more, only small sample size though. 84 plate appearances, 128 WRC plus. So I'm looking at them, right? So they got some bats, man. I'll tell you this. Let's see. Now we already know that Ketel Marte has been in fuego, right? We know this. At least in the hit category, he's been, on fire, right? Like he's got a hit in 10 straight. You know what I'm saying? So however you want to look at things, be my guest. Even last 20 games, he's still, killing it, right? 17 and 20. So, there you have that. Actually, the top bat that graded out on that side was Lourdes Gurriel. So Lourdes Gurriel is probably a guy that you're gonna have to take a look at. Okay, he might be that guy today. I'd imagine he's probably going to be that guy today. Versus this pitch mix here, if I can show you guys that, and that's probably what was the deciding factor for me. So the pitch mix here, you would get Andrew Abbott on the mound here. Versus righties, and we would look at what Uriel is doing versus his pitch mix here. Abbott is sitting at he's tossing out that four-seamer changeup, sweeper, curveball. So that four-seamer and that changeup is the two pitches that he's throwing out. It's getting out there the most. The four-seamer, especially that four-seamer at 300 pitches. The next pitch behind that would be 109. That four-seamer, Uriel sitting at 294. The changeup was the next pitch that, let me see. Abbott, we had a changeup. It's 100 pitches for that right there. Batting average only 154, so that's pretty good for him. 300 Uriel. Spent 300 on that. And then the sweeper and the curveball. Uriel hasn't seen that. That curveball. Uriel, he tapped it a couple times. That sinker. Is Abbott throwing that sinker? No. So, at the end of the day, collectively as a whole, this team does hit lefties really, really well. Don't know what this how I'm not super duper confident in Arizona, but I'm gonna bet on them though. I'm betting on them. I'm gonna take Christian Walker, Uriel, Marte. You even have some other guys that numbers look pretty good was Marino, probably for a fastball. So it's a lot, right? It's a lot, right? Now, if I had to take any bats here on the other side, I mean, Will Benson popped, Fraley, especially against that fastball. He doesn't strike out as much as Will Benson and Kenny Lario. Man, he's always an interesting candidate there. Ellie De La Cruz looked pretty good as well. Okay, so there it is. Not my favorite games today, but we'll get through it. Colorado Rockies and San Diego Padres. Colorado Rockies in danger of getting. San Diego Padres in danger of getting swept here. Don't have much for this game, man. I lost money on those boys yesterday. Gomber, for some reason, has looked good in certain spots. If I had to take one bat away from this game, it would be one bat would be my guy. What's his name? The lefty, the newly acquired lefty. I forgot his name. We could put him in the hit parlay or something like that. I think he gets a hit today, at least a hit today. Luis Reyes. Okay. So he's somebody that you could look at, but still in all, Michael King. It's instances where he can hit his outs here. He's got a 25% K rate, and then as of right now, he got a 25% K rate. Versus right-hand pitching. Colorado has been striking out. Okay. So that's one thing I can say. On the season, they second in striking out with an 81 WRC plus. You might catch them this day. I'm not betting this strikeouts or nothing like that, okay? But, I just had to point that out. Kansas City Royals at Seattle Mariners. I don't have much for this game either. Marsh is in a good strikeout spot. His strikeouts sitting at 5.5. Don't know if I'll go there, but he is in a good strikeout spot. The Seattle Mariners team, they strike out the most in the league versus right-hand pitching. However you want to look at it, 29%. This is just on the season, but whatever you filter it to, last 2 weeks, last 30 days, maybe the last 2 weeks has been a little bit different. Let's see. Seattle's still up there, number one. What about the last week? Seattle's still up there, number one, right? So, this is a strikeout spot for any right-hand pitcher. I don't know if I'll be betting it, but it's a strikeout spot for any right-hand pitcher, right? Everything else, I have nothing else for it, right? The New York Mets and Philadelphia Phillies. It's going to be Phillies or nothing for me. It's going to be money line parlays, run line straights for the Phillies. I couldn't talk you off the outs. Suarez outs wasn't out, so that's something interesting there. But like I said, no matter if it's Lukeski on the mound, I thought it was going to be somebody else on the mound. Whoever it is, moneyline parlays, run line straights. Lukeski is a lefty. Don't know how this is going to go with him, but he is a lefty. And what this team has been doing versus lefties is undeniable, right? So can't really deny what this team has been doing versus left-hand pitching. They have been striking out, but Philly, they WRC plus 116 on the season. They've been hitting lefties. So even if you want to take a team total or something like that, that could be in play as well. Last 30 days versus lefties, they are striking out at 27%. 336 plate appearances, 122 WRC plus last 14 days versus lefties. You're going to see them at number 2, striking out 159 plate appearances, 113 WRC plus. So it is what it is, right? They are striking out versus lefties, but they are hitting them as well. Give me the Philadelphia. It's going to be money line parlays, run line straights. If it's a lefty on the mound, you could definitely look at Bohm. Bohm is always one of my favorite pitchers. Batters. And then somebody like Castellanos, I was looking at earlier outside the usual suspects. Castellanos has been on fire as of late. I can give you guys a glimpse of what he's been doing. But he's definitely been on fire as of late. Let's see if we can find Castellanos. Castellanos is right here. Even if you just want to look at a hit, right? Just for a hit. He's got a hit in 9 of his last 10 games, so he's been balling, right? So he's been balling. Tariq say, so what's your straights for the day? I'm getting to him as we go, but I've already taken the money line. Not doing too many parlays. I've already taken the money line for Baltimore Orioles. I was a little bit undecided on the Arizona Diamondbacks, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I like them to win. Not gonna probably gonna put a little something with that to get that that minus 144 down to at least 110 or something like that. Philadelphia here. Money line parlays, run line straights. I'm probably gonna end up taking them on the run line. Going back up here, favorite bats here is gonna be I hadn't bet no bats yet, but Adley, Mountcastle, you can put those guys. You can take their hits, runs, and RBIs if you want, or you could take them, put those guys together. And Henderson right behind those guys. I probably rank Henderson 2 or 3. I think it was Mountcastle at the top, but it is what it is, right? And I haven't gotten farther. You want to see the rest? Just keep on watching, right? So, I'm wondering what these outs are going to be for. Ranger Suarez. 18. If they come out at 18.5, I probably would consider it. Last time he pitched, I took 18.5, but I probably would consider it. Who knows, right? Next game on the docket here would be you could take Alec Bohm's hits, runs, and RBIs. And like I said, all the usual suspects for the Philadelphia Phillies, they're definitely in play. Next game would be Tampa Bay Rays and Boston Red Sox. Now, we got over under 8 right here, right? Both of these, I pointed this out the other day. Both of these teams are kind of neck and neck in what they do, right? And I have to point a few things out first this game, right? They kind of neck and neck. They run a neck and neck in certain things that they do. You know what I'm saying? So, but we got 2 righties on the mound. I want to say 2 righties on the mound so I can look at both of these guys together. Let me prompt this up here real quick. What is this? Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays, right? I will push Tanner Houck for a minute because I got some interesting. I'm kind of scared. I ain't even gonna lie. I was kind of scared in certain spots here because I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you, right? So let's see. All right. On the season here, you're gonna get Boston versus righties. They striking out versus lefties too. At 97 WRC plus with a 24.5% K rate, right? And then you got Tampa Bay, not too far. They about neck and neck, 24 and 23% K rate here, and 100 WRC plus. They around neck and neck on both of those, right? That's over the course of the year, over the course of the season. Last 30 days, Tampa Bay, 24% K rate, 96 WRC plus. Boston, you might as well say 24% K rate with similar WRC plus at 101, 96 and 101, right? So they doing similar things, man. Last 14 days will be the last thing I'll look at. But Boston, 25% K rate last 14 days, 23 for Tampa Bay. Boston WRC Plus has broken down to 66 in the last 2 weeks, and then Tampa Bay Rays WRC Plus is sitting at 102. So only thing is Tampa Bay Rays still keeping their head above the water in the WRC Plus category, and then Boston has fell off a little bit. So, and their K rate is going up. So, with that being said, you take a guy like Tanner Houck, who I was looking at his outs prop, right? And this year, we can look at this year. He's hit his outs prop in every game except for one, right? Going up against going up against these Tampa Bay Rays, who have been hitting the ball a little bit better lately. Head to head versus this team, he has not hit his outs in his last two outings versus them. So that's something to think about, right? I don't know how I want to attack this one. I don't. I'm just so undecided. Even though he's been pitching very, very well, I still don't know if I really want to take his outs. I'm undecided. You know what I'm saying? The numbers, it's certain pitchers, the numbers can be there, and I'll just go ahead and bet it. But sometimes, I don't know, man. It just don't, I ain't gonna say it don't feel right to me, but it's just a little fishy. However, on the flip side here, well, we can take a look at his Ks, right? This is probably a little bit more interesting, intriguing, or some shit, because they have been striking out, and let's see what he's done versus this team head to head. He's hit his strikeouts once, right? So his strikeouts is sitting at 4.5. That's something that you could probably look at. Maybe on Prize Picks, you might get it at a solid 5, something like that. But if you're skeptical about his outs, you can also look at his strikeouts. That's why I show you guys both. Try to give you guys a summary of both. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I'm still undecided on both of them because I don't like this slate today overall. Now, on the flip side, you got Taj Bradley. This is his second outing, right? This Boston team has showed the ability to strike out more than this Tampa Bay team, right? You're gonna get Taj Bradley, his strikeout sitting at 5.5. This season, he's only pitched one game, 7 Ks versus the Yankees. Keep in mind the Yankees, which we'll get to in a minute, their WRC Plus is way up on righties, so he went out there and had himself a ball. And then Taj Bradley, he does sport a pretty nice size K rate, dating back to last year. His outs prop is down. This is another play that you could probably look at 15.5, where you'll get value here. I think I'm going to take the stab at it here, 15.5. I had it set into the side over here at 15.5. Is there instances where Tanner Houck can get his outs? Probably so, but I think I want to take the easy route out here. Nothing is easy because Josh Bradley can very well go out here and get his ass lit up, but coming out fresh on a come out, I backed him versus the Yankees. I'm going to back him again. I'm going to take the 15.5 outs. Now, here's a guy that does have strikeout upside. Now, like I say, he does have strikeout upside. And, this is a spot where you can probably, get some strikeout. Might be able to get him at a 6.5. His line is sitting at 5.5. You might be able to get him to get 6.5 for you. You might be able to get him to get you 7, 8, or 10, some shit like that. So 5.5 is pretty much value. 6.5 will get you in plus money. If you just want some more value, or you want to ladder him up to maybe like an 8 or something like that, because we can look at some numbers from last year, and he has had 7 and 8 upside, right? Head to head versus this team. Last year he hit his Ks in both last year. What's up, Pat? Both games last year. So it is what it is, right? So and then the numbers do back it up. I could probably take his Ks individually or take his Ks together on Caesars. They let you take his Ks and outs on ESPN Bet. They let you take his Ks and outs. Tariq said that's what I was thinking too. More like the 6. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And if you're on the books, you can shake it down to 4.5 and put it in a bankroll bill, shit like that. Now, my favorite bet was going to be low, man. I like the pitch mix. I compared the pitch mixes together here, and I pretty much like low. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really go through all the batters here, but I'll take a stab at low, right? At least for throw them in a hit parlay or hit run and RBIs, a hit parlay, and just see what happens, right? Close my eyes and see what happens, right? At the end of the day, I do like him. I can show you guys what I was looking at, and then we can keep it moving, right? Because I do want folks to see what I see. You know what I'm saying? It's a tedious process on how I go through it, but at the end of the day, this is your money. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. So I'll take Josh Lowe for instance right here, and then I'll rewind it back, and I'll go to Tanner Houck, right? So his hard hit percentage is up. K percentage is looking pretty good at 24. Walks are down. That means he's challenging these batters and shit. So it is what it is. EV is, up, whatever, right? So versus lefties, we're gonna look and see what he does versus lefties. I know it's going to be small sample sizes, whatever the case may be, but it is what it is. And we'll see what he's throwing. So right now, versus lefties, that slider and that split finger is the top two pitches he's throwing, 159 and 149. And then we'll see what did I see earlier this morning, because I totally forgot. But we'll see, right? We'll see what did I see. Right? So at the end of the day, right, it was a smaller sample size. So what I had to do, I looked at what's been going on lately, because he had been hurt and shit, right? I want to say he's been hurt, and he hasn't played that many games. But I still like to see what he did last year and walk it on into this year, right? Because it's still early. So that split finger, that slider, right now, he's batting 250 versus that slider. Coming in from last year, he was batting 358, an expected batting average of 3.714 with a 717 slugging. Expected slug was up, right? So it is what it is, right? All that shit, he was murdering that slider last year. Coming into this year, only 4 plate appearances. He has a hit, so that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but the next was that split finger. That's the next pitch that he's throwing a lot of. Split finger, not so much, right? Not a lot of people throw that shit, right? Not a lot of people throw that shit. So he's throwing that a lot. The next pitch was that changeup. He's only faced that changeup once this year, and he hit it, right? So these numbers are, of course, they're elevated, but he's only had one. But last year he was hitting that changeup on a regular. His batting average was 337 versus that changeup. Okay, so the cutter, he's faced his cutter 5 times. Wait, nope, I'm sorry. The cutter. So nope. The sinker was the next pitch for Tanner Houck. Hasn't really seen that sinker. Last year he was batting 300 versus that sinker though. And he hasn't really seen that sinker this year. He's only played a couple games. And the next pitch he was throwing was that cutter. And so that sinker that he's throwing and that cutter that he's throwing are 2 bad pitches that he's been throwing. 385 batting average on the sinker, and the cutter 333. So Josh Lowe versus the cutter. He's had 5 plate appearances. Right now, only 5 plate appearances. He's batting 600. He was at 5 at bats at 3 hits, a double, a single, and a home run. Right? Nope. I'm sorry. 3 hits. A single, double, and a home run. So you know what I'm saying. If he ever want to throw that, but I was just scraping up some shit right there. But coming in from last year, his numbers were phenomenal last year against some of those pitches. So I don't have these guys are pros. So that's a bat that you can look at, right? We only have an 8 over under in this spot. Just if you wanted to throw a bat in, he's somebody that I would consider. This might be a no runs first inning spot here. So that's something that you can take a look at there. Either way you want to go, a minus 134 for Boston or plus 114 for Tampa Bay. Those are good numbers to even bet a straight on. Me personally, I probably would go towards the value, and that would be if I just had to bet a game here, I would probably go with the Tampa Bay Rays and take the value. Okay, I would probably take the Tampa Bay Rays and take the value. I don't know though. Who knows? Taj Bradley gonna face a decent amount of lefties today. So another thing you can do is you can go over here. You go to Taj Bradley because you know this Boston Red Sox team. They're gonna face a lot of lefties. I don't know what the splits are gonna look like this year because he's only pitched one game, so we don't have a lot of sample size, right? But I can definitely go to like Texas AM. Stop jumping all over the place. I can go to his splits here. I wouldn't take nothing into consideration for this year, but I can go to last year, and I can check out some of his splits, which he had a 5 ERA. And his ERA is supposed to be expected to be up right now. But I can look at some of these. I can see that. Anything can happen. Devers is just that good, you know? So shout out to you. I can look at some advanced numbers, though, from last year and see what he's been doing versus lefties and versus righties. The K percentage versus lefties was up at 32%. That was last year. Versus righties was at 23.5%. If you want to look at it down to the home and away, home versus lefties was at 34%, and home versus righties was at 20%. His strikeout rate, and away versus lefties was 31%, and at home versus away versus righties was 27%. He is on the road. Last year, he was striking out lefties no matter what at a 30% plus clip, no matter what, right? He was pitching his best towards lefties no matter what. You know, the FIP 2.87, then the 3.26. So that was last year, right? That was last year. Could he have been gotten better, whatever the case may be. It's remained to be seen. Like I said, I backed him versus the Yankees who smashed righties. He came out on top for me. Shout out to him. So it is what it is, right? Sometimes you got to gamble against the numbers. You know, sometimes you got to gamble against the numbers. But that's everything that everything that whatever, right? Whatever is whatever. Now, I didn't touch on, I did. Okay. Chicago Cubs and Atlanta Braves here. I don't have a side in this one here. My Chicago Cubs, Atlanta Braves, Ozuna's been on fire. Yesterday, I didn't record. Olsen was my top bat yesterday. He went berserk. I can't talk you off anything here. It's the Braves. Y'all know what y'all want to do. I'm gonna just fall back from that game. New York Yankees and Minnesota Twins. We have an interesting game here. We have Stroman on the mound. We have Lopez on the mound. Right. So this is one of those games where you just might want to feel like you have to bet it. You have to really, really figure out what you want to do, especially with somebody like Lopez on the mound. Well, Lopez, we know he's got that shit, right? On the season and all the way through, the Yankees, they've been crushing right-hand pitching. So I could just filter this to WRC Plus, and New York Yankees on the season, number 2 in WRC Plus at 126 versus right-hand pitching with a 19.5 K rate. That's probably one of the lowest, if not the lowest in the league, and a 10.7 walk rate, right? And that's big time attest to somebody like Judge and Soto. Those boys go out there and get walks for sure. Lopez, he does have splits. He pitched worse on the road. Okay, he is at home today. That's another thing. But all the way through last 30 days, WRC plus, New York Yankees top three, still 19% K rate. On last 14 days, WRC plus. This is interesting, and we'll get to this Oakland team in a second too. But they're not going up against a righty; they're going up against a lefty. However, number 2 in WRC plus, New York Yankees. Shout out to Oakland, man, for turning shit around. We can see they should have a bright future moving into into Vegas. New York Yankees, number 1 last 7 days with a 16.9 K rate, 140 WRC plus. So as you can see, they've been hitting right hand pitching very well. Can right hand pitching be trumped? Sure it could. I mean, can that WRC plus be trumped by good pitching? You damn right. You damn right it could. Now Minnesota top 10 on the season in WRC plus versus righties. Last 30 days, Minnesota versus right hand pitching, they're creeping up. 118 WRC plus, 22% K rate. And then let me plug up my computer because we just had technical difficulties on the last video. I had to reset my router. So this next one here, last 14 days versus right hand pitching, Minnesota, 111 WRC plus, 22% K rate. So, they've been hitting righties, man. They've been hitting righties as of late. Last 7 days, they've probably been crushing them, right? They have 131 last 7 days, 157 plate appearances with a 25% K rate. At the end of the day, I was looking at some numbers for Stroman. Now, Stroman is not one of those big-time strikeout pitchers, right? He's not a big-time strikeout pitcher, okay? This could be a strikeout spot for him, but no, right? I wouldn't take it. Hard hit is down. Expecting batting average around 253. K percentage around 21%, whatever the case may be. His expected numbers is looking kind of weird right now, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to point out. Right now, he's sitting around a 3.8 ERA. The expected numbers around 4.72. I'm undecided on how I want to attack this game. I don't know, right? So, I don't bet a lot of games here, but I'll tell you this. Yesterday, I wanted to point out Jeffers to you guys. I didn't record. That was one guy that popped for me, but I didn't like it. I didn't like why it popped. And guess what? Jeffers goes out there and hit a home run. The day before yesterday, I was looking at Jackson Winsky. I told you guys, he popped. I didn't like him, so I didn't bet him, but he popped in the model. He goes out there and smacks a home run, right? So the model could be a little bit smarter than me at the end of the day, but it is what it is. Soto is somebody that I would look at here. Not afraid of backing Soto against anyone. So Soto has seen this guy. I think he's 10 for 27 versus Lopez with about 3 home runs maybe. So Soto, and he's been in fuego this year. So I couldn't talk you off any numbers from Soto. Now, you're gonna get a discount here. You're gonna get Lopez outs recorded at 16.5 because you're gonna get a discount because this team does hit righties well, right? You're gonna get a discount. Do you want to take that discount? That's the problem. Now it's actually not a problem. That's the thing. Do you want to gamble? Any other team, I'm taking it. I'm telling you that right now. Any other team, I'm taking it. Am I going to take it today? I should. Do I like these games today? Hell no. Am I going to take it today, though? I probably should take it. I probably should take it. Pablo Lopez, his 6.5 strikeouts as well. You can look at the 6.5 strikeouts. I took Todd Bradley's strikeouts versus the Yankees there. So he hasn't faced this team this year, but last year he got him for 7 Ks. This season, of 2024, he's had 7 Ks in 6 of his last 8 games. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions, man. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions. I said this shit 5 times. So he's gave Kansas City 7 Ks, 2 versus Cleveland, 7 versus Detroit, 7 versus Baltimore. Interesting there. 6 versus the White Sox. They just got to them. Boston, Seattle, Angels, like all those these last 3 games, he's supposed to have it. He's supposed to hit his number. So we'll see. We'll see. The outs for him, one of my favorite props to bet. He hit this number. His outs, let's see. So certain spots got his outs at 17.5, right? On FanDuel, you'll get his outs at 16.5. That's why I say that's a discount, right? So I can filter this down to 16.5 right here. And it's a minus 130, so they picking it up. They accurate. The site is accurate. He's hit this number in every game except for 3 this year. I don't know. Maybe I can go as deep as looking at some splits here, but I know what his splits is. He's just, let's take a look at some splits. Lopez. Let's take a look at some splits real quick. Help us decide what the fuck we want to do, right? Help us decide. Y'all drop a like on the video, share it, man. You know what I'm saying? Throw a comment down there for the algorithm so it can get pushed out, man. I'm going to have to start having y'all drop a comment or something. Good morning, your favorite bat or some shit. Maybe something different every day. That'll help my video get pushed out, man. Because it don't get pushed out like it should. So some of the splits right now: home 3.27, on the road 4.5 ERA versus lefties, giving up a batting average of 233 and 192 versus righties. Go down to some advanced numbers. We can look at some advanced numbers here. As of right now, I think he's got 4-4 starts. So I think that's, just something to start to look at. They are at home. At home, his K rate is 29.2. On the road, he's had a 34% K rate on the road, but it's still early. 24% K rate at home versus lefties, and 37 K rate at home versus righties, right? So on the road versus lefties, 34.1. On the road versus righties, 34.1, right? So, that's his numbers are good enough to get to 7. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even gonna lie. These motherfuckers bats don't scare me over there. They don't scare me over there. I'll tell you, that motherfucker Soto been a wrecking ball. I ain't even gonna lie. He's been, no matter in the walks category, he's a big part of what this Yankees been doing, man. If he can get around Soto, I think he can strike the rest of these motherfuckers out. I'm starting to try to gain a little momentum to see if I can bet on them. trying to build up a little something to see if I can bet on them. One more thing I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna count up some of these motherfucking strikeouts, right, real fast. K percentage, Judge, that's a K. Stanton, that's a K. Who else gonna be in there? Still waiting start lineup. Volpe can strike out. Torres can strike out. I want to see what this lineup look like. I do. What this lineup look like. I don't even look at Soto to strike out. Look at his walk percentage. Him and Judge walk percentage is 14 and 16, right? So those are some shit that you can look at there, right? What's his walk percentage? 4.6. He don't walk too many guys. He's going at your ass. So we'll see. I'm undecided. I'm lean. I'll give you this. I lean towards the over. And I'm thinking, so how do I do this? If I take his strikeouts, could I take his outs? Normally, when I bet on him, and if he gets in trouble, it's like he still gets his strikeouts before he gets his outs, right? So what does his outs look like, and how has he been faring? Let me see one more thing. Let me look at his strikeouts one more time. Okay, so he's been getting 7 Ks. What about his outs? So most of the time when he gets his strikeouts still before he gets his outs. I like Soto. I have interest in Soto, and let me tell you guys who popped for me, right? Let me tell you guys who popped for me for these guys, Minnesota. Tell you guys who popped for me from Minnesota real quick. Julian, right? Marcus Stroman, whatever the bad worst he's pitching is to lefties. You're gonna see a lot of lefties. No, it's to righties. I'm sorry. Stroman's pitching his best towards lefties. The top of the list, Julian. Then came Jeffers, right? Jeffers popped at the top for me yesterday. Somehow he hit a fucking home run. I didn't like it. I matched the numbers up and I was like, nah. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'll just keep it moving because I really want to take this outs and I really want to take his strikeouts, man. I really do. And I don't see no reason to be scared. I mean, ain't no reason. Scared money don't make no money, right? That's what it all boils down to. Excuse me. Cleveland Guardians and Texas Rangers, right? So Carrasco, I don't like Carrasco. Carrasco could give it up to lefties. He can get it up to righties. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. There was three lefties that popped up there. The one that I like, the favorite. Now you know there was three lefties that popped up. And then came, then came Garcia and Semien. Right? It was in order. This is how they popped up. It was damn Carter, Lowe, Low, whatever. Y'all know who Seager, um, Gar, um, Semien, then Garcia. Either the way it go, I got to give. I get a pitcher lean towards Texas Rangers here, and I got to take the Rangers on the money line. If I'm betting this here, I got to take the Rangers here. Rangers gonna have to show up and win this game. This game here. Now, on the other side, what's the name look better than all these motherfuckers, man? Let's see. On the other side, Naylor, right? Now I've been trying to sneak over there to Carlos every time. I mean to uh Ramirez, yeah. Every time he sell. He been selling like a motherfucker. So I'm probably be off of him for the rest of the year. I wanted to try to be early today, but man, he been selling like a motherfucker. But Josh Naylor popped. He definitely popped for me. And he popped. He didn't pop in a mile, but it looked really good to me. It looked really good to me. I'll show you guys some numbers here, just in case you don't bet on it. But I'll give you guys some numbers here, and you can see, what I was looking at here, right? So Josh Naylor, going up against righty, right? Going up against John Gray. Okay, take a look at what he's throwing towards lefties, and we'll figure this shit out, right? He's throwing that four seamer a lot and that slider a lot. The four seamer 164, that slider 131. He's throwing both of them a lot. Throwing both of them a lot. So that what he said, the four seamer and the slider, right? The four seamer and the slider. So the four seamer on Naylor, it's got 5 home runs versus that motherfucker. 889 slugging, yeah, right, whatever, right? He ain't even striking out versus that. He got 5 home runs versus that motherfucker. Two doubles, two singles, a double, and 5 home runs. And then what else was that? The slider. So the slider is next. He's got 2 home runs versus the slider. He's batting 412, 307 expected batting average with 765. That motherfucker is up there. He's up there. Damn. Yeah. So what's the next pitch he's throwing? The changeup. So he's throwing the four seamer, 164, 44% of the time the four seamer, 35% of the time the slider, and the changeup at 12% of the time. What are we doing versus the changeup? So he's got 1 home run versus his changeup, but the averages aren't up. What about last year versus the changeup? 231 with a 287 expected. So his top 2 pitches, he's murdering them though. And hey, he might take their ass deep again, right? He might take their ass deep again. Let's see. And I know he's been balling, right? At least for a hit. I mean, if you're just looking for a hit, he's got a hit in 8 of his 10. What about his last 20 games? He's got a hit in 12 of 20. How about his hit, runs, and RBIs? His hits, runs, and RBIs. 6 of his last 10 games. So it is what it is, right? But at the end of the day, we got over under 8.5 in the spot. I like Naylor, and I couldn't talk off any bat, right? I want to. I'm gonna. It'll probably be Naylor, and it'll probably be. If I had to take 2 bats, it would probably be Naylor and probably Seager. Seager just hit a home run yesterday. We just waiting on Seager to hit the heat back up, right? It might be time. It might be time. So all these Cleveland, and this is what I was saying, right? The Texas Rangers and Prize Picks and stuff like that. Since I like so many bats for the Texas Rangers, this is a spot where Prize Picks is the only book, the only one of these only sites that let you put hits, runs, and RBIs together, like from one team. You can stack them up. You know what I'm saying? You can stack them up. So that's the advantage of playing this shit, of betting these, because any other place you gotta bet them straight. Any other book you gotta bet them straight. And I want to see what the numbers look like here. Let's see. I love hits, runs, and RBIs because it's all about predicting game flow, man. And there's multiple ways that you can get there, especially with a high scoring game or something like that and a high total. One side, you can just rack them up. So let's see. Who do they have out right now for Texas? Looking at Texas bats. Looking for Texas bats. They should be coming up right about. So, and that's another thing about these pick'em sites. When your matchup is really, really good, they don't want to put them motherfuckers out there. They don't want to put them out there. They do what they want to do. Because I ain't ran. Okay, here they go right here. Cleveland. Okay, here they go right here. So Garcia's sitting at 2.5. Seager's sitting at, might as well be 2.5. You get a 1.5 on the Goblin. Ezekiel Duran at 1.5. Jonah Heim. Even Josh Naylor at 2.5. Marcus Simeon at 2.5. The 1.5s are goblins, man. So better off probably just taking these demons. But I can see instances where a lot of the motherfuckers get there. So it is what it is. I guess. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Give me them Texas Rangers today. Next game we're gonna talk about is going to be the Athletics and the Houston Astros, man. So this Brooks kid, I don't know too much about this Brooks kid. I think this is his second start. I don't know what's going on with this one here. Because earlier they didn't have a pitcher out. So his ass is probably in trouble though at the end of the day. Um I don't know how long he's gonna be in there. Probably won't be in there. I don't know how long he's gonna be in there. He's probably gonna be in there for a couple innings. I'm gonna like bats here, some shape, form, or fashion. I just don't know, man. I need to put another read on these guys. Kyle Tucker's been on fire. He's a guy that you can look at between, lefties or righties. So Kyle Tucker's definitely going to be there. If we get, majority righties, whatever, you got Bregman who went yard yesterday. He's got righty splits. And then Altuve, he hits righties really, really well. It's a matter of time before, what's the name, get hot and stay hot. Jordan Alvarez. The other bats here, it was two bats that I looked at here. You can look at Brent Rooker for a hit, even if you think you think he's going to give up a little power. Brent Rooker will take you yard. Okay, Brent Rooker. Toro was a guy that I was looking at, and he popped. Those two bats popped. I stopped looking though. I ain't gonna lie. So Brent Rooker, Toro. Those are two guys that I was looking at there. Big old hefty number for the Astros here. Money line parlays, one line straights. I still lean towards the Astros. Framber Valdez, I couldn't talk you off his outs. I don't know if I want to take his strikeouts, but I might fall back from the whole situation, man. If those heavy favorites, it'd be a motherfucker with them heavy favorites, man. St. Louis Cardinals here and Los Angeles Angels. Undecided in this game. The St. Louis Cardinals right-hand batters did look kind of good for me, but it's still hard for me to pull the trigger on those guys. It was hard, and I just don't got nothing for that game. And the Dodgers and San Francisco, don't know who the Dodgers are pitching. Still to be determined, so I can't give you guys nothing on this. However, Mookie Betts. They've seen Logan Webb a lot. Logan Webb got splits. He's better at home than he is on the road. On the road, he's been trash. They've seen him a lot, man. It would be Mookie Betts probably the number one, followed by Ohtani, then Freeman. If you're just looking for a bat to go here. All these guys got a ton of history versus Webb. Of course, it's the Giants. They play these guys a ton. So, at the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't. Tomorrow, let me see. Tomorrow will be, let me see something. There's usually short days tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games tomorrow. Six games tomorrow. So usually, yeah. So we'll see. Lodolo and Glass now tomorrow. Interesting. Interesting. Ryan, I might cap this game today. Cap tomorrow today. and be ready with some premeditated shit tonight and just drop a recording. All right. You know what though? Let's see something. Let's get together. Let's go to Prize Picks. Let's go to Prize Picks. How about that? Let's go to Prize Picks. Let's go to Prize Picks and let's take a look at. See, they caught that motherfucker cheating yesterday. Hell no, that was crazy, man. All right. Yeah, Blanco. That motherfucker was trying to sit up there, act like he didn't know what was going on. That motherfucker was like, umpire over there, like, yeah, this motherfucker cheating like a motherfucker, man. And then, I don't even think Prospects got over on that shit because I don't think they voided him, man. Let me go back and see. I don't think they voided him. Cheating, they got to go back and reiterate and put cheating in their rules. If a pitcher is cheating, because it don't say DNP. It don't say it don't say void or none of that shit. His ass got caught cheating, man. And I was to cash this motherfucking. I would have cashed this motherfucker. Oh no, I wouldn't. Well, I had a six pick, right? And I took. I had a six pick and took. Long story short, I had 9Ks for. I had 9Ks for. 9Ks for. Cease, he didn't get there. He only had 8, and then I had Blanco. Back of that. He cheat. All right, so look, let's go crochet, huh? I'll throw his outs up there for now. Corbin gonna probably hit his outs today, man. Since that's the first game, I'm gonna probably end up betting it. Might. Lopez. I don't know, man. Let me go to his funds and RBI. Put a ticket together. One and a half for Yelich is enticing, but they're going up against the lefty, so I guess I'll fade. Nice. That's what's up. Astros game got a little spooky. Yeah, it did, man. Definitely. Prospects giving out a $5 protected last 2 days, probably every day. Yeah. I'm gonna go with what I said I liked. How about that, right? What I said I liked. There you go. Let me go with Uriel. No, that's a lot of hits, runs, and RBIs, man. What the fuck? Let me see. Oh shit. Let's go with um let's go with Let's go with Adley. Not Bradley. Adley. Total bases. Damn. Oh, hits allowed. Hits allowed. Adley Rushman. Walks. I'm going to go with the fancy score. Moore. Damn, don't get struck out, man. Don't fuck with me, man. Straight up. I'm gonna roll with, since Bradley is right there. Let me go with Bradley, man. Let me back Bradley. I'm gonna take Bradley 5.5 Ks, man. You know what? I'm gonna take Lopez, man. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna take Lopez. 6 strikeouts. Give me 7. I like that. Just go out there and give me 7. 6 for the push, 7 for the win. I'm gonna take that. Um. Hmm. Yeah, get that money though. Shit. I'm gonna take Adley down. I'm gonna take Adley down because I'm finna go up against. Let me see something. I'm gonna take Adley down. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go to Texas. That Texas game. Texas Rangers. I don't understand why the fuck. Why do Evan Carter be rated now so high in this model? He always rated now high. And I compare his numbers. That shit ain't even sexy to me. Now watch he go out there and hit a fucking home run. Watch. I'm going Corey Seager though. I'm going Corey Seager. I'm gonna take his hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm gonna take his hits, runs, and RBIs. What is Carter's shit, man? Carter, he might be sitting at 1. Evan he ain't even up there. I could either take Nathaniel Lowe popped out for me. They got all their hits running. Oh, this is 1.5 right here. I'll take that. I'll take that. Didn't I take Adley down? And I said I was taking Adley down? Taking Adley down. I'll take these 2 lefties. Shit. I want to beat up on some bad pitching, man. I don't want to take no hard matchup. That's the only matchup that I really, really like. Let me see. Bradis, Perez, Marlins, Crochet. Oh, Corbin. Um, it was two bats that I could consider here. So, Tommy Pham and I forgot the other kid's name. Oh, shit, man, there's a Wu, New York Mets, and Lukeski. New York Mets. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Let's go to Philly. Take a bat from there. Um, let's go to Philly. Go to Philly. Let's go to oh, they don't got none of Suarez numbers out. Wait a minute. Hmm. Unless it's in fantasy score. Let's go to oh, yeah, Lukeski ain't even pitched this year. He ain't pitched this year. So let me see what he's been doing. How they gonna fucking do this shit? Lukeski. How the fuck you spell his name? 2C. This is game log. Last year, didn't pitch many innings. Um, um, the Mets will recall Lucchesi from AAA to start Wednesday's game from AAA. What has he been looking like in there? AAA. He been giving up runs here and there. I mean, he only gave up more than 2 runs once, but he is a lefty. The strikeouts are down, and he's going up to the bigs versus a team who was killing lefties, right? So I'll look at versus lefties. Yeah, I'll look at Bohm. I'll look at Bohm here. I'll look at Bohm here. Or yeah, I'll look at Bohm here. Let's see, lefties. I'll look at Bohm here. 421 versus that four seamer. 421 versus that changeup. 400 versus that slider. 255, 106. Yeah, I'll look at Bohm here. I'll look at Bohm here. What was Lukeski throwing? What was he throwing? This was last year. Sinker, cutter, curveball, changeup. Sinker, cutter, curveball, changeup. And then what's the name has been on fire too? Castellanos, right? Lately. He's got a hidden 10 straight, I want to say. Is it? Is it 10 straight? I don't even know how long he's going to be out there, Lukeski. Mm, I like the other numbers better than this. They probably don't even have him out. Let's see. Okay, there you go. If his runs are not bad, send that 1.5. Send that 1.5. The strikeouts for Crochet. Perez might hit his foe. Corbin might hit his foe. Crochet is 6. Damn. You can take Crochet 6 Ks too. I got his outs up there. You can take his 6 Ks too. Michael King is in one of the best strikeout spots. Suarez 5.5 Ks. Suarez, his K's out. Is his outs out? Marsh is in a great strikeout spot. Houck, I can see him getting there. I can see Houck getting there. And he's hit his outs in every game except for one. Houck. Morton, Gray, Valdez, Lynn, Perez. Suarez sitting at 18.5 outs. I would take it. I would take it, but I ain't gonna take it. Well, at the end of the day, this is all. These are a lot of demons, man. Like, Corey Seager is a demon. Alec Bohm is a demon, man. So, I mean, it is what it is. Take what you like, leave what you don't. I'm gonna play that shit, man. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that early, but I'm getting ready to. Like I said, I'm gonna probably do a same game parlay, and for that first game, and I'm throwing in Adley, and I'm throwing in Mountcastle and the money line. And the money line. That being said, guys, peace out, y'all. Have a great day. Have a great day. Friday is the next biggest slate. Tomorrow, I might have a few bets for tomorrow. Peace out, y'all. Peace.